What is going on, Sky Squad? Listen, I've been working all day today. For real, for real. I've been working all day. So I've been trying to keep up with like everything that's been going on. And we got a lot to talk about. So I was like, I was gonna do a video, like a pre-recorded video, but then I was like, you know what, let's do this thing live. Let's do this thing live. So shout out to everybody who is in the Ponderosa. Thank you for joining on this good Friday afternoon. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We just gonna get into a couple of little things. You know what I'm saying? A couple of little things, right? All right. So first things first. Y'all know what I've been thinking about doing? I've been thinking about doing this like live, like ask Richie type situation. And so it would be a situation where we could chat, like a person would call in and we would talk through whatever issue they got going on. So like you got a problem and you come on live with me and we saw that problem together. I've been thinking about that. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all would want to do something like that. If you would want to call in and get some things resolved. I got a whole name for it and everything that it's been percolating in my mind. But while we've been doing that, let me pull this person up, right? Yes, and ask Richie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to do some fun stuff, you know what I'm saying? And be more interactive with you guys because I typically don't get a chance to really chat with y'all like live like that. So I felt like that might be fun. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I see a couple of people like it. A couple of people like it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna see what I could do on that one. All right. So listen, let's get into our first story. Do y'all know who this girl is right here? I'm gonna pull her up. Let me know if y'all know who she is. Chime down in the chat if you know who this girl is. All right, because it relates to our first story of the day. Let me know if y'all know who this is. Now, this, from my understanding, is Carson. Okay, so Carson, let me tell you what's the tea with Carson and how this relates to the Martell of it all. Okay, let's get into this. All right. So, Carson, you guys may recall that Carson was involved with some allegations about Martell. All right. So, let's get into it. Remember when Melody accused Martell of threatening to release an old video of them being intimate while they were still married? Okay. And Melody said that the reason why she believes the accusations that were made by Carson, who is the woman that Letitia brought to the tea party Melody had on the episode. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right. So if you recall that, that's who that Carson is. Carson was actually featured on the show. Now I'm gonna give you some tea from Urban Bell Mag, and then I'm gonna tell you what I know. Okay. So then Carson had been accused of being Ariane Curry's friend and only appearing on the show to cause issues for Melody. Now, Carson, according to Urban Bell Mag, denied this, and she told her IG followers that she and Ariane had fallen out a couple of years ago, and allegedly the fallout was a result of Ariane allegedly telling, let me put the alleged badge up here, all right, allegedly telling, sorry, y'all, I had to put the alleged badge up. Give me 1 second. All right, allegedly telling um Carson that Martell wanted her to leak an old video of him and Melody being intimate, but she didn't know what to do. So she told Carson this, and Carson told her, "Don't do this for Martell." Then that is when she allegedly backed off for the friendship. All right. Martell then did an interview to respond to the accusations made by Carson and Melody. He said he was only defending himself because Melody was bullying him in her interviews. So in my mind, is that basically him saying, yeah, I did threaten to release the Kraken. Okay. I did threaten to release the video, right? Is that, I mean, is that, that's what it sounds like. All right. So let's fast forward to Stormy's party. Now, if you guys have been watching social media, you will know that Stormy had a party for her birthday. And I think this was filmed for either the season finale or near the season finale of this current season that we'll see, I think, starting in September, like the back half of the season. I actually was invited to that event. I could not go because I had a friend of mine coming into town and I did not want to cancel on my friend. I just felt like friendship is very important to me. So I just wanted to be here for my friend because he's been through a lot in the past year. So I could not go. But I do know a lot of people that went to the party. So um apparently I had heard this as well. I had not spoken about it because it had not been published. And for those of you guys who have been following my channel for like the past several years, you know that I typically, if somebody tells me something that happens during filming and they don't tell me not to say nothing, I automatically don't say nothing because I feel like, I'm not trying to violate nobody's trust or whatever like that. Right. And so now that it's been published, I feel like I could tell you what I heard. Okay. And what I heard is something similar to this, what I'm about to tell you today. So apparently, Martell may have gotten involved in some drama because Carson was in attendance with her husband. So apparently, she also told her YouTube subscribers, okay, because she has a YouTube channel, that things went left after Martell tried to confront her at the party. Now, this is another reason why I often feel like men should not, in these situations, confront women. I understand you might want to protect yourself, but especially if this woman is married, I feel like the person that you need to have a conversation with be the husband. Okay. You don't need to, or if you're talking to the wife, you need to talk to the wife and the husband. So don't nothing get misconstrued. Don't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like everything is above board. And the woman involved does not feel threatened by the man because she has her man there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel personally, right? All right. So, apparently the husband did not like Martell running up on her and allegedly asking, "You talking junk about me today?" Okay. So then the husband allegedly checked Martell, and then they were having a little ponderosa. Carson's brother, who was also there, then also joined in on the ponderosa. And then at one point, the two men were allegedly about to put pause on Martell, and security for Love and Marriage Huntsville had to restrain everyone, according to Urban Bell Mag. So then, of course, the M&Ms had to get involved. And when I say M&Ms, okay, I mean the Marceau of it all, because just like they did with Big Lou, I think Marceau wanted to come in and back up Martell. Now, it says that Marceau got involved and encouraged Carson's husband to calm down and hash things out with Martell. So apparently things simmered down and no altercation took place. Um, Carson said that Martell eventually told her husband that he understands that the way he approached Carson was out of order. Okay. Um, Carson says via her YouTube channel that this moment may end up being played out or aired on the show because Stormy's event was being filmed. Okay. So, yes, Mary, they were having the good old Ponderosa. Okay. One good old Ponderosa. Okay. Carson, her husband, her brother, and the Eminem crew. Okay. The Eminem crew being Martell and Marceau. Now, okay. Um, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Philly Diva, like, don't I just it's a respect thing for me. As a man, this is just not what we do, right? If I'm not gonna have no conversations, no intense conversations with, a woman that I might have opposition with without, a male counterpart there for her, because I just feel like, you know, it's just not the thing to do. I'm from the South, and that's how I was raised. Period. Okay. Um, it may have been, but what I was reading from Miss ATLian Stan was from A, Urban Bell Mag, then B, I'm going off my remembrance of what I heard. Okay. And then everybody was there. Everybody was there. Okay. When I tell y'all everybody was there, everybody was in attendance. I know firsthand. I know for a fact. Okay. All right. So that is that. So that is who Carson is. And we may be seeing a bit more of Carson on the show. Okay. Now, before we get into the NBC Universal of it all and the grotesqueness of it all, we want to get into something a little bit lighter. We're going to briefly touch on this real quick because we did touch on this already last week, but I feel like now we got the official images. So now we can get into these reunion looks with a clearer picture. And I'm taking these from TV Deets, okay? Um to my knowledge, he was not there, but I don't know. I didn't hear that he was there. From what I've heard, I did not hear he was there. But that could be different because it was about 700 people there. All right. So yes, I love a show and tell. Okay. I love a show and tell. All right. So we got these reunion looks. So we get a better picture of each of the ladies. I will tell you, for the most part, I stand by everything that I said in my previous video about the looks overall. I feel like Candy is giving mermaid chic in this. It is something about the bust area. It's giving seashells on the tatas. Okay. And that's that. I like the look. I feel like the hair is working. We never seen her with a bob at a reunion, like I said before. So I feel like it's working for me. Let me know. Yeah, that's the Quinn. I agree with you. I wish that this dress was longer. I think if it was longer, it would really lend itself to the mermaid of it all. Okay. That's the only thing that's missing for me. For some people, it may bring too much attention to the bust area, but for me personally, I like it. I do wish it was longer, though. I agree with you on that, Quinn. I do wish it was longer, but I'm sure she felt comfortable. All right. So next we have Marlo's look. Marlo's look to me reminds me of something very old Hollywood. Um, I think that this is definitely up Marlo's alley. It's up to you whether or not you would actually like it. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of something that like Dominique Devereaux or Alexis Carrington would wear to bed. Okay? That's what it looks like to me. Don't it look like something that somebody from Dynasty would wear to bed? Right. Queen Queen Netta said it's giving night night. I like it, but to me, it is given very it's very Zsa Zsa Gabor. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm feeling like this is what Zsa Zsa Gabor would look like running down the stairs at night with those little high heels with the fur on them. Okay, that's what I feel like. It's giving night night to me. But I like it. I don't mind this. I mean I do. I just gotta so, rich auntie. There you go. Jazz. Okay, Harlem Nights. Yep. A pair of kitten heels, absolutely. Green Acres. That's y'all get the feeling. Y'all get the kitty heels. You know what I'm saying? Rich black woman vibes. That's what it's giving me. All right. And it's just got to be honest. That's what it's feeling like. All right, so let's talk about Kenya's look. Now, seeing it all together, like just her by herself, think I stand by what I said before. I feel like this look, what I love, let me say this. As you guys may know, especially if you follow me on Instagram, I've been getting a lot more into fashion and stuff like that. And we have always discussed reunion looks on this channel because it's fun. Um, um, so Kenya's dress to me looks, and because I know she's been in Paris for the fashion weeks and stuff like that, and we know she took, Brooklyn to Paris and all that good stuff. Um, I would love this dress more if the sleeves were not there. Okay. With the sleeves, it's giving me I fly above all the haters, fly like a bird, I fly away. Okay. T-Ness, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. She says, "Hey Richie, your interview with Kiki was everything. You did an amazing job." You know what's interesting to me about that? Thank you so much for that. The interview with Kiki is up now in case you guys did not see it. I know some people are fans of hers and some people are really not fans of hers. I mean, I feel like there's usually no in between. I wanted to have a conversation with Kiki because there were questions that I had. So I felt like when I have questions for a person, like I don't like to do a lot of interviews, but I do like to do interviews when I feel like I want to hear somebody's story from their own lips, and that was really my objective. It was really a selfish thing for me. I wanted to know, like, girl, what's the tea? How you get on this show? I want to hear it from your mouth. I want to hear, what's up with you and Letitia from your perspective. Give me the tea on the Crime Stoppers. Give me the tea on the addiction and all of that. I wanted to know. So, for the most part, she answered everything that I wanted to know. So, there you have it. Somebody said this is an NBC Peacock dress. Okay. The sleeves are throwing me off. That's really all it is to me. And everything else is great. She's beautiful, but the sleeves, they got to go. They got to go. Um, Sonya, earlier when I saw this dress from the side strictly, I said, "Oh, I like this dress for her. I really, really did." And then I see this, and now I'm like, wah, wah. Yes, I did need. I needed to warm her up because I think she was nervous in the beginning. But once she let her hair down, she really opened up. Um, Now, yes, Sonya, yes. Now let's get back to it. Sonya, babes, babes, babes. What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on here? Babes, I don't know if I like this look. Not really feeling it now that I see it from the side. Now that I see it in solo action, I don't think I like it that much, babes. It's gonna be a no for me, babes. But the hair is doing it. Okay. Now, if she was just going to be on a talking head, this look would work. But for some reason, it's just giving me, "Hey, y'all, I made it." "Hey, y'all, I made it. Me and my baby. Okay. Me and my baby, we made it. We made it now. Man, we made it." And that's how I'm feeling. Sonya, um, you got the I, but not the T on this one. But dang on it, you'll still look good. Okay. Your face and your hair, your body is banging despite being expectant. And doggone it, that dress just looks like it was thrown on you. Okay. Oh, Sheree, what is happening here? She by, she in. Okay. Um, babes, no. No, babes. No, babe. I feel like when you judging and critiquing these, you got to talk with a British accent. No, babes, no, babes, no, babes, no. Okay. I said it earlier and I'm going to say it again. All right. Something it must be the bust, because the bust is a bust. Okay, it is that okay. So let's talk about. I only know some of this stuff because I've been watching a lot of fashion documentaries, and then my best friend is a custom couture designer. So one of the things that I understand is that there has to be structure to the gown, right? And so what you will see here is there is structure in the waist, right? She's a runner, she's a track star. Thanks, Joyce. Sonya needs to stay with the track and field commentary. Hate Sheree's dress. Now, there is, okay, I would have rather Sheree wore one of these Sheba Sheree bodysuits. If I could pull it up, let me show it to you. Because she was working it on this. I would have rather her wore this. I'm gonna pull it up. Stand by, peoples. I ain't gonna pull it up because where it at? I think she took it down. No, she didn't. It's right here. I'm honestly be. I would rather Sheree have worn this. Can you see it? I know you see it. She would have looked better in that. I would have rather her came to the reunion in this. Okay, better that than this, because it makes it look like one side of her bust is doing something different than the other. One of these things is not like the other. And for that, I feel like what we need to do is, if the bust were constructed of some material that would hold and cup them in such a way, this dress would be better. But then you got the track and field hair, and it's just a no for me. We could have, if Sonya had slapped this ponytail on, I would have been sure she was about to take off running. Okay. Nakia, thank you so much. Happy belated birthday, twin. Happy belated birthday to you too, boo. Okay. Absolutely. The tailoring is off. Okay. Off. Something's going on. Something's going on. Even if Sheree had said, you know what, I'm gonna wear Sheree need to switch hair with Sonya. Bam. Because if she did, I wouldn't know what was wrong with that bust area. Okay. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Um, so I don't know. It's just not, it's just like, hey y'all, I'm showing up. What we doing today? Oh, it's a reunion. Okay. Okay. So y'all slap this ponytail in and let's go. That's what it feel like to me. Drew. Now, Leandra says, I'm tired of the cheap fast fashions. Give us luxury or give us death. Give me liberty or give me death. Okay, I feel you. Look, I feel you, Leandra. I feel you, babes. Babes, I feel you. Babes, I feel you. Somebody says she's trying to, woo. babes, what's happening? Yes, y'all want to do this? Okay, we're gonna get this done. We're gonna get this done. Okay. Um, okay. So before I could not see Drew's dress the last time we looked at it because um Kenya's feathers was covering most of Drew in general. Um I don't know, babes. I don't know, babe. I don't know how I feel, babes. I'm reading somebody's shady comment. So listen, let's talk about it. I personally maybe would like this better if it wasn't for that huge balloon of a sleeve. Okay. Something about that sleeve is giving me, I feel like she about to sing a Dream Girl song. You're my dream girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she's about to go into like some type of, 1960s, the Supremes, type of song, with Diana Ross way in the front and the rest of the girls wait in the bike. And I feel like she is one of the girls wait in the bike. Okay. What was those ladies' names? Mary and somebody else. Mary and um who what were them ladies' names in the Supremes? Okay. That's what I feel like she was. it was some it's not like there's a lot of dress. Okay, maybe that's it. It just feels like a lot of no babes, no babes, no babes, no babes. Babes, no. Mm-mm. I can't. I can't do the slaves. Nope. Nope. Can't do the slaves. Effie. Florence and then Cindy. Base. That's what I'm saying. She's back in the back. Diana ain't got this on. Okay. But she back in the back and she is, doing the doo-wop pop. Okay. That's what I feel like is happening here. We got Miss Bless 64. Hey boo says they all look like they are going to bed or have just woken up. Kenya was looking like Morris Day doing the dance the bird. Richie do the calling. Oh God. Oh. Okay. Next up. Oh, here's Courtney. Courtney Love, babes. What's happening, babes? Mm, hey, babes. So, mm, hmm. I don't dislike it. I don't. I don't dislike it. I don't know if I all the way like it. You know, this dress makes her look a little thicker. Okay, so that's number one. And when I say that, that's not body shaming because I feel like when I say thick, I mean she already looks like a slim petite woman. I'm just saying this dress gives her extra curves. You know what I'm saying? So I don't dislike it. I can't say I'm in love with it. You know what I'm saying? It didn't slap me about the face, babes. But it does say, "Hey guys, I made it." You know what I'm saying? Something looks different about her. I don't know if the bust is busting out or something. I don't know. I'm just being for real. But babes, what's happening here? Um, mm, okay. Courtney made it. No. Manetta, no. No, no, and no. Is this pants? Is these pantalones? Babes, 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 no. No, babes. I've seen you look better in your confessionals, babes. What's happening here, babe? Did you try? I feel like you didn't try, babes. Do you want to be a housewife or not? Eh, or what are we doing? Do you want to be here, babes? Babes, what's happening? I no. Here's the thing. For me, I don't mind the top. You know what would have been bomb if the top of the dress, excuse me, the pantsuit, okay, the 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 Kamala Harris pantsuit, um, if the pantsuit had, if those pants were gone, and we added some big big overflowing something at the bottom that made just like bam, you know what I'm saying? With a nice long split up the leg, you know what I'm saying? Similar to something that I felt like who did it? Was it Candace or Wendy? I feel like the top is a bad mama jamma, but the bottoms look like, hey, Sleepy Joe. You know what I'm saying? It's the bottom is giving Sleepy Joe. Now these bottoms are giving night night. Now these bottoms are giving night night, and they it ain't Alexis Carrington and it ain't Dominique Devereaux. This is somebody else going night night. This is your mama going. You know what I'm saying? This is mom. Hey mom, we're going put the kids to bed. That's what it feels like, babes. No, no babes, no babes, no. Right, Leandra, party at the top, sleepover at the bottom. You know, you know what I'm saying. I mean, come on now, Moneta. I am rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. What happened, love? What happened, love? No, babes, no. And so, um, there we have it. Was it a scholar? Maybe it was a scholar. I don't know. Um, hold on for a second. Let me read this to y'all. Jerry Thompson says, this is why I don't go live, y'all. says you should stop that. Now, when something is not going right for you, just know it's God. Jerry, babes, Jerry, babes. You know, the last time somebody said something crazy to me on the live, I said something I regretted immediately after I said it. I'm not gonna do that today. What I'm gonna say is, Jerry, if you think that critiquing fashions is wrong, then guess what, babes? I don't want to be right. And you, ma'am, are in the right place. Let me tell you about God, okay? God, okay, has been blessing me since I was born, okay? And I still receive the blessings of the Lord. And guess what? Because I received the blessings of the Lord, Jerry, okay? Let me tell you something. Even when things go wrong, God always makes them right, okay? Because even if I'm going in the wrong direction, somehow I end up in the right spot. That's the blessing of the Lord, Jerry. I want you to know the Lord I know. Okay? Now you be blessed now, you hear? All right, babes. Bye, babes. Bye, babes. Talk to you later. Maybe you can call in next week, okay? So anyway. You know what's see, boo, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, okay? Sometimes, here's the thing. Sometimes I ignore a lot of things that come through, but sometimes I'll be like, you know what? You know what? Let's shake the table today. Okay? Let's shake the table today. All right, because um God be good to me. I don't know about your relationship with God, but don't be trying to tell me what my God does for me. Okay? Because you ain't God. And who are you to judge? We talking about these people fashions. We ain't talking about them as people. Okay. Listen, next time, that's what I'm gonna start doing, Kimberly. Okay. Show them favor with a block blessing. All right. Now, let's talk about what's going on down to the Bravo. Babe, let me tell you, this whole situation is bad. But I first got to show y'all this. Shout out to TV Deets, first of all. Let me say that. If you haven't followed TV Deets already on Instagram, please do so because my boy has a podcast out as well. All right. Um, and second all, let me say this too. Since we live, I'm one of those types of people, for real, in this space for me on my channel. Um, I don't feel like I'm going below the belt with nobody. We over here having a good old time. We have fun. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to make you laugh. And if you don't get that, baby, that's on you. Okay. Now that I said that, scripture's done. Let's get into the grotesqueness of it all. Y'all, this mess that's going on down to the Bravo, NBC Universal, where the reality TV stars are accusing Bravo, NBC of grotesque and depraved mistreatment. Did y'all hear about this according to the legal letter obtained by TMZ? Let's get into some highlights, all right? Deliberate attempts to manufacture mental instability by plying cast members with alcohol while depriving them of food and sleep. The thing that I think about with this is maybe they're talking about like cast trips and things like that. I mean, I'm going to say it like this because I have been on a reality TV show. So I do understand some of these mechanics, and I've been on a show on Bravo. So I know some of the mechanics of this, right? So I can only speak for my situation. All right. Cynthia, Cynthia, you is a mess, babes. You're a mess, babes. Thank you for the super chat. So here's the thing. I'm just gonna go one by one, and I'm gonna tell you what I think, and then you take it as you like, right? I ain't on nobody's side in this right at this point because I'm still trying to process it all. So understand that as I'm speaking to you right now, this is me working through what I'm seeing because I tried to wait until now to really think about what was being said. With this first point, it says uh, attempts to manufacture mental instability by applying cast members with alcohol. Like, I'm gonna tell you the truth, guys. Like, you can only do, first of all, a reality TV personality can only do you. A producer can ask you to do something. Someone can ask you to say something. Someone can put an alcohol bottle in front of you. But it is up to you to determine what you do with that opportunity. Because at the end of the day, it is an opportunity to a certain degree. This is one of those points where I have to say that you still have choices in this matter to a certain degree. Understand what I'm saying? To a certain degree. So just because somebody puts that alcohol bottle in front of you, that doesn't mean that you have to drink it. Okay? Number one. All right. Somebody asked, let me tell you, did they get you drunk a lot, Richie? I my first day filming, my second day filming, I got drunk, but it was not because they made me drink. They were simply following what was happening for me. I got drunk that day. The next day, they showed up to my house. I puked in my toilet. They caught that on camera. Again, that was my fault. I did the drinking the day before, but because they had taken all my possessions, when I got home, I didn't have no Advil or nothing to take or nothing to eat in my refrigerator because they took all my possessions. So they show up at 8 a.m. the next morning. They left me with rations to eat. But that was a part of the show premise, right? So I didn't like the rations. So when I woke up, I had a hangover and I puked. And it is what it is. The contracts, a reality TV show contract, like many contracts for television, are very, very long. And you really do need an attorney to help you go through them to help you really understand what it is that you are either giving up or requested to do. That's something that I will say. Um, yeah, it was the premise of the show. It was the premise of the show. I mean, that was really it. So it wasn't. It was the, and I knew that I signed up for it, so I'm not complaining about it. I just didn't like the rations, so it is what it is. And another thing, they can't make you drink because if you don't drink, you just don't drink. At this point, um, Candy doesn't drink. Luann allegedly now doesn't drink. Um, who else doesn't drink on reality? Kyle is not drinking anymore on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So you don't drink. You drink because you want to. There's certain aspects that of an NDA that you, I mean, you do sign an NDA, but there's certain things that after you've done the show, I mean, they can't stop you from talking about. Um, you know, it is what it is. All right, so let's move on. Denying mental health treatment to cast members displaying obvious and alarming signs of mental deterioration. Here's another thing that I can tell you is that one of the things that I have heard and that I have also seen firsthand is that typically as a part of sometimes, I don't know about all, but as a part of the contract, it could be that you cannot stop filming unless you need um a psychiatrist or somebody to talk to, like a psychologist or something like that. Like if you are experiencing that level of mental distress, you can be excused from filming for that reason. So for me and my understanding, when I filmed, there was someone who was available for me to call in the event that I needed to. So that was my experience. Exploiting minors for uncompensated and sometimes long-term appearances on NBC reality TV shows. Again, this is one of those situations that is the parent. Okay. That's the parent's decision of whether or not to put their child on television in that way, because the child doesn't have a choice. It is up to the parent. Does the parent want to do this? If they do, that's their choice as well. Sharita says, you were sent today to read and make me laugh. I needed it, especially today because it's been a rough one. I'm so sorry, Sharita. So listen, that's all I'm here for. If you leave this video having had a good time, that's why I'm here. I understand what my purpose is, and so that's all I'm here to do, and to give y'all my thoughts. Distributing and or condoning the I can't talk about this one because I don't know about this one, and I'm not going to mention it on this channel right now because it's because it's YouTube, so I'm not going to say these words. Covering up intimate acts, I don't know about this one, but that does sound bad. Refusing to allow cast member the freedom to leave their shows even under dire circumstances. So these are just a few of the things that are being alleged, okay, in this legal letter that many people feel like Bethany is behind. I'm not quite sure, okay, if that's the case or not, but the timing of it seems as though it is, right? All right. So, in order to continue this conversation really quickly, we're going to go over to one other site, the Bravo Shade Room. Give me 1 second before I pull that up. Stand by because I'm going to show you guys the letter. And you can check this out at the Bravo Shade Room. All right. So, I'm going to read you part of the letter from the attorney. Demand for immediate litigation preservation hold. And it's attached to, it says, Dear Kimberly, this firm, along with Mark Giragos, represents a significant number of individuals employed or contracted with Bravo Media, E, and CNBC, collectively NBC, assets owned and controlled by NBC Universal. Specifically, our clients are current and former cast members and crew members on some of NBC's most lucrative reality TV shows. As you know, NBC has a pattern, it looks like a pattern and practice of grotesque and depraved treatments of the reality stars and crew members on whose counsel it coffers swell. These individuals have been mentally, physically, and financially victimized by NBC and threatened with ruin should they decide to speak out about their mistreatment. As a result, the sordid and dark underbelly of NBC's widely consumed reality TV universe has remained under wraps for far too long. Please be advised that the day of reckoning has arrived. Now, the reason why I say also that this sounds like the Bethany is pulling the things together behind the scenes, allegedly, I don't know this to be for certain, is because of the language being used here. That was something I felt like that Bethany has said that it was a day of reckoning. It was something she said, something similar to that from what I remember. Okay. But do not quote me on that. So that's why it feels like this is part of what she has been working on, right? All right. It then goes on to say, while our investigation is still ongoing, we have reason to believe that cast members and crew members on NBC reality TV shows have been subjected to disturbing mistreatment by NBC Universal and or its employees, contractors, and third-party affiliates. This includes, but is not limited to, deliberate attempts to manufacture mental, which we talked about. And then you can see Bethany here also talking about some of these things as well to TMZ. So that's what's making me think that, some of this has been sort of, I don't want to say instigated, but I will say like pushed by Bethany's agenda to get a union for reality TV stars. What this tells me, bottom line, is from my assessment that there are currently reality television stars who are on TV or on Bravo, especially in the Housewives world and other Bravo related shows, because it's interesting. We don't really hear this happening from the VH1 aspect. We don't hear this happening with Paramount yet. We don't hear it yet. We don't hear it yet. We don't hear it coming from the owns or anything like that. We're hearing it specifically related to NBC Universal, Bravo, and E, right? Not to mention, Bethany called out the Kardashians for not joining in on any of this. And the Kardashians are now on the Hulu. Now, should the Kardashians be jumping in on this if they're happy with where they're at? I don't really know. What I do know is, what does this mean? To me, it screams that these reality TV stars are still working and they don't want to be named. And so they've collectively gotten together in order to rally together to make something happen. And this is their first step in potentially beginning some sort of union effort for reality television stars. So, here's the thing. Do these claims back up what Nene has been alleging with regards to the network? They could. They very well could. One could argue that because it's Bethany, it's being taken more seriously. Now, whether that be because of the color of her skin or whether that be because she manages her business affairs in a slightly different way, I don't know. But I think all of those things come into play, personally, all of them. What could this mean for our favorite reality TV shows? That's something I don't know. Do I think that, suddenly, all of a sudden, production is just going to stop and cease on a lot of reality TV shows? I don't know. It depends on how many cast and crew members feel this way. I would be a lot more interested as well in knowing how many crew members and production companies are also feeling like this, because to a certain degree, crew members are usually members of production companies, which are employed by, not really employed, but contracted by the network. So are we now also going to include the production companies in on this as well? Because the production company are the people with boots on the ground who would be allegedly supplying all of this alcohol and whatnot. So I don't know. I really don't know. Linda, babes, babes, no one said this was a union. I said that Bethany had been trying to unionize, okay, reality TV stars, specifically because there is no union for reality TV stars. And what we're seeing is, with the writers and the actors on strike, babes, now Bethany is saying that reality TV stars need to unionize. That had been a large part of what she'd been saying. Had you seen the news? Meanwhile, Sharon says, remember Nene and Bethany have been Taylor? Sharon, can you continue that thought? I didn't understand it with the Taylor. So anyway, that's what's going on in the news. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about it real quick because, like I said, I have been busy working all day today. I have literally worked nonstop since the moment I got up this morning. We did Good Day DC. I had some other errands to run. I came back. I had a sponsorship to film and get done. Now I got this, and then I have my mentorship call tomorrow, and I have to do my homework. So it is just a lot happening. So anyway, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. I will work out this Ask Richie thing, and we'll figure out a way to make it happen. I'm super excited about that since you guys really want to do it. Hopefully you guys will show up and show out for that, and whatever questions you may have, we can hopefully solve your problems. All right, with that being said, hopefully everybody had fun like Brambella did. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I come in peace. We do this for fun. We have a good old time, and that's really all we're trying to do. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next video.
So, Desiree Davenport, What are you hoping to accomplish with this show?
Honestly, I've lost everything in the most horrible way possible. And listen, I want it all back. I'm willing to build it piece by piece, and I mean brick by brick.
Oh, honey, she is done. I bet you a Birkin she doesn't last all season with us. Just watch.
I'm Misha Hill, and I'd like to consider myself the matriarch of this dynamic group of ladies. I mean, someone has to keep them under control.
I'm Davita Delaney.
I think I could teach these ladies a thing or two about how to get and keep a good man.
They said she was a gold digger. She ain't that for me.
I'm just really looking forward to being surrounded by other empowering bosses.
Yes, I know exactly what she's doing. And if she keep playing in my face, I'm gonna have to let her off her dirty little secrets just like she did to me. And I'm not playing.
Let's get this straight. If I brought you into this circle, I just as easily can take you out. She ain't running nothing over here, okay? She needs to be worried about running that household and worried about why that husband of hers is never at home.
Oh, hell.
Ooh, child, this is about to be a mess.
Oh my God, I hate mess. What in the world did I get myself into?